That's cool. All right, so I'm gonna grab some unicorn spit and just start painting as if there's not gonna be any glow light on it, and get a little bit more happy with what I've got here. If you have any questions or comments or anything and I don't see them, just leave me that question or comment in my messages and I'll get back to you. And I'm just going to thank everybody ahead of time right now for the likes, the hearts, the gifts, whatever, and especially for you coming in and hanging out with me. So anyway, paint it up, people. I hope you're ready to play. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to go for my blue unicorn spit. And I do want to get gloves on. If you're not used to unicorn spit, it stains like crazy your nails. So you do want to wear gloves, but it is non-toxic. It smells like either jasmine or lemongrass, and those are actual essential oils. So it's like the natural side of art. And then I go in resins. Resins. So, hey, I'm happy you found us too. Ramadan. Oh, thanks for all the hearts, everybody. Thanks, Sherry. That's sweet. Welcome. All right, I don't have a palette, so I'm just going to grab, I mean, I have like 50, but I just don't know where they are. I want to grab these sheets, these aluminum sheets, Dollar Tree. And then you can, sorry about the noise, you can fold it like that and use this as a palette, and then you can always just fold it over, keep it kind of fresh. Because unicorn spit, once it dries, all you have to do is just touch it with water again and it's going to reactivate. So anyway, that'll work. Okay. And I do mix my, the glow that you see is not unicorn spit. It's these little UV fabric paints, actually. They're pretty dry right now. I've got to get some more. I'm not using fabric paint for any specific reason other than the fact that I don't have those glow colors in my others. So, but fabric paint is fine. You can use it on your wood boxes, especially since we're going to seal it one way or the other, either with that spray seal or both the spray seal, wait till it dries, and then resin, which is usually how I do it. But you do you. Welcome, Randall. Aw, thank you. Man, praying for you guys out in the heat today. It's miserable. Really, really bad, like. Okay, I'm gonna start with, this is the top of it. So I'm just going to do a few more shady looking trees in the background. Shady. And I'm doing it with just my blue unicorn spit because I don't want to use black. And I like the blue and purple if I want to put some dark shading in and I don't want to use black right away. I like my blues and my purples. And then I will add a touch of gray or black to that sometimes. But I think it's just pretty when you add color for shadow. Yeah, man, that heat out there, that is something else. I'm doing the same thing over a tree that I had already previously shadowed in, this one right here. And when I do those trees, I basically start at the bottom and I just, start making kind of clumps coming off and down and leaving lots of space in between, trying not to make it look perfectly even. The tendency is to Christmas tree it, but, fight it. Fight that. I'm just doing a second layer, just tapping it through here and there on this other little tree. You guys are cracking me up, Sherry and Randall. You guys, if you don't follow Randall, I'm sure you do because he's got a gazillion followers. But if you don't and you're interested in oil painting, maybe you do paint with oils, maybe you're thinking about it, follow Paintings by Randall because he gives lives all the time and it's always oils and he'll talk you through it. All you gotta do is ask him a question and he'll show you. So anyway, follow him. There are so many cool artists on here. I just saw Phil, he was working on a clock. He did a pour, it looked like, and then he's turning it into a clock. So that was cool. All women are beautiful in their own way. Oh, that sounds political. Back to painting, peoples. That's funny. All right, I'm just going to darken some blue water down at the bottom here. Let me show you right fast, right there. Down there somewhere. I have a blue glow somewhere, but I heard it hit the ground yesterday and I can't find it. I do agree, all people are beautiful in their own way. I love people. It's just so neat. I was thinking about, it was funny because I'm always thinking about how we talk to ourselves, Sometimes, especially if, you get disappointed in your art or something like that, sometimes, if somebody actually talked to me like that, like, what do you think you're doing? You can't paint. I would not have them as a friend. So I decided, why do I accept that from my own self? So I'm getting rid of that friend of me. And I'm bringing the one in that's the cheerleader. The one that like my mom used to be. Go you. I can see improvement. That one gets to stay. I'm serious. I really do love this blue, this dark blue. I'm just going to go crazy with it. And then what I think is to tie it in to the front of the box, which is a mushroom in a galaxy, I thought I'd do a little bit more spacey look. And then on the bottom here, this bottom part, make kind of the grassy area down here and put one of the blue mushrooms like that. So it'll kind of bring it all cohesive. And I'm doing that because Sherry, my sister and artist, gave me an excellent critique. And I told her I appreciated it because it wasn't a criticize. It wasn't, oh, that's ugly. But what she said was, she was having a difficulty pulling it together from the ideas in her head together from the Mushroom Galaxy to all of a sudden now we've got a landscape. So it was a valid point. I want it cohesive. She knows me. She knows I want it cohesive. So I was so glad she said that because now I can make it a little bit more mystical inside, somehow. And then bring that mushroom down inside also. So when you open it up, you see that it was just basically a different perspective. Isn't that cool? So thank you, Sherry. So you guys never be afraid to comment in a critique sort of way. I appreciate it. I really do. Yes, very. I know, and it probably bothers you, Mama Dawn. You say I laugh a lot. I do. I don't know. Just me. All right, I'm going to go for a little bit more glow. And this is just the regular glow acrylic. And I'm going to put it in with my unicorn spit. But I want to get a little bit more greeny looking. So what I'm going to do, instead of putting green, I'm going to put that glow, which has a yellow base to it, and this sparkling blue. Because the sparkling spit to me does not seem as saturated as the regular blues. So, spits. But you do want to shake it up to get all the little sparkles. I should probably just find a way to put these upside down to store. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just putting a glob of the sparkle down, and then I'm going to add this glow right to it just to see what happens. I'm thinking some of it will be picked up glow and some of it will be picked up non-glow. I'm just going to run this through it a few different ways. And I do, since I've got some glow, I do want to use my light. This light is called The Beast. I got it on Amazon, and I don't know, I think it was, I'm like trying to do this. Wow, okay. So I think it was like around $20. It wasn't very much, but it really is a good flashlight. And it does cure the little UV resin things, but it has to be thin, I have to say, or else you get that tacky situation. So, but I always just cure it to a point and throw it up in the window and let the rest of it get cured. But it's good to have one of those around. You don't have to bring out a big old black light and all. It's just they even have smaller ones, little tiny ones to paint with. They're like $5 or something. You just don't want to look at the light, from what I understand. But it's okay. Today, I wonder will unicorn spit work as a pouring medium? It doesn't have polymer. So what I've done is I've used the unicorn spit in a pouring medium, different colors, you know, and then did a pour like that. But you can mix it in with your acrylics. And you can do a pour, just straight spit. You can. It's just so pricey. So little maybe. But you won't get that, you know, you don't get skins with it if you don't put a pouring medium in. It's just, if it's dry and it's on like wax paper, you'll just flake it off. So it's not like the acrylic. So that's why if you put the pouring medium in, or your glue and water mixture, whatever that is, then you can do your skins with it. That's cool, because the colors it makes is just amazing. Truly amazing. Like alcohol inks. Painted by flashlight. That's right, Mama Dawn. I love your name, Mama. Mama Dawn. I'm going to add some of this to this moon, earth thing, whatever it is. It will create cells if I use silicone oil. Oh, cool. That's a statement or a question? It looks like a statement. I'm going to believe you. I think it does, because I have done a pour with, and I had some oil in one of the colors, yeah, and Floetrol. So yeah, you just use it just like a regular acrylic, really, except it doesn't have the polymer, that's all. Sherry is the pouring artist. I use Pro Nick silicone oil and PVA clear glue and water only. Oh, very cool. So you don't even go for the pouring medium, which is smart. For what I understand, and I have pouring medium, but it is expensive. But someone was saying, possibly you, that just water and glue, pretty much the same thing. Out. I might leave some of it, but it's gonna go. So I'm going to just put some blue plain unicorn spit right over the top of it. I can always put it back in, but it's just seemed to compete with my moon, and I did not want that. It muted that real bright part quite a bit, so that was cool. And if I did another layer, it would take more off of it, of the unicorn spit. And now I don't have too much of a problem with it because I can add more highlight to my moon, and it has set that thing, whatever it is, back a ways. So that's cool. Yes, Ewoks, right? That's perfect. Welcome. We're just hanging out, a bunch of art people. Some are painting right now as we are doing treasure boxes. Okay, I just dipped my skinniest of brushes, that one, into water, and I'm just pulling some of that blue that I put down, this dark blue, across. Just not adding any extra unicorn spit, just pulling it from what I had already put down. I might just pull it right over my moon. Okay, so that's nice. I just got into that, you know, where you just listen to the music and feel your brush going across your paint. And it really, at that point, doesn't matter how it's going to turn out. You're just enjoying the process. That's it. I hit that right there. Oh, I have miserably ruined, at least for a while, my galaxy. And then it turned into something pretty awesome. And then I went too far on that. It's a mess. It's sitting over there. It's in timeout. It's a mess. But it's okay because one of the other ones turned out to be my most favorite of all time, and it was also a mess. So I'm excited to see what it's going to turn out like, but I'm not touching it today or tomorrow or probably for another week. I've had it. You know what it's like, you guys. Just have to think about it. The last time I got to that point, I whipped out my magic trio, and what that is alcohol inks, unicorn spit, and acrylics. And I lay that puppy down, and I just start going with that three, and you get the coolest textures because of the alcohol inks, and the flow because of the inks and the spit, and then the acrylics like bond it all together, and then resin it, and it'll turn out cool, but it's just hard to see it go away, you know. It's just so beautiful. How many hours this box has taken so far? You know, if it was just this box, just sit down time, I wouldn't think probably more than 4 hours at the very, very, very most, really, because, you know, I sit down and talk and play with it for 20 minutes and then set it aside. So some of the boxes has been taking a lot longer, like when I'm sculpting them and stuff like that. So, welcome, Amy. Thanks, Eliandris. Just touch the pine tree with some glow as well. like it's coming from the moon. Oh, thank you for all the roses. Okay, so the palm tree I highlighted, yeehaw, highlighted with that glow. I don't know if you can see it. Thank you for all the roses, Randall. Stop. That's sweet. So I love the way that is turning out, though, seriously. Thank you. My first treasure box had to take a trip out to the garbage. Took forever to finish. Yeah, I bet there's been several of my stuff out there too. I mean, but you know, we both have dug things out of the trash. Yay, us. We didn't give up. Okay, let's work on the bottom. I want to add some more blue to my rock, and I'm going to just use the Sparkle and Glow blue that I've got for some reason, just because. And then I'm going to add some white spit on top of that. Man, I'm telling you what, it is hot out there. Bad. They said there was going to have heat storms. I don't know what that is. And some black. Wow. That's a cool explanation. Thank you. I learned something. So I have a very mossy green, which I just did with these colors right here. It's just glow, blue, yellow, green, black. No green, black, gray, yellows. Any colors. And then, so it's nice and mossy. That yellow and black unicorn spit together is my favorite moss green ever. It's fabulous. And it's so Hobbit-like. You know, there's certain greens that just, you think, Hobbit. I don't know. I do. Anyway, I want to take that Hobbit green and just start pulling it across because my little blue mushroom's going to go down there glowing sometime. So that's going to be land right down there. It just changes all the time, and that's part of the reason I love painting. I am the type of person that I change my mind all the time. All the time. Now, if something's scheduled, I'll follow it. You know, I won't back out on it if I've scheduled something. But until it's scheduled, it is subject to change. I'm pretty sure that was in our prenup. My husband and mine are verbal. Okay, you know, these are the things that are not going to change with me, you know. And he had a couple and I had a couple, and it was like, mine was, it is subject to change. I will change my mind, and I have to have the freedom to do that. And his response, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, was, that's fine, but let me know you've changed your mind. No surprises. So I was like, good, I like that. So, look, you get relationship tips. You get everything here. Meteorology. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, because you seem to know a lot. That's fabulous. That's cool. All right, so I just have a damp brush, and now I'm just still using that same green to pull it out as far as it'll go until it hits the water and reactivates the water. The blues in the water, so that's my plan. And hopefully when I do that, I will see in my head where I want my land to stop and my water to flow. So that's the plan there. So I put the two together. Bush thing, see it? So I'm thinking I want to break that up. Or if I don't break it up, I want to at least come up to here with it. So I don't know. Let's find out what we want to do. Cover mushroom is like an ant's point of view of the sky and the mushroom side. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Fabulous. Okay, I'm just going to take my dark blue and make some very dark water up below that lime green. Just run it back and forth. I'm just mixing the colors. I have a dark blue, I have greens, I have yellows, so I'm gonna get a little bit of a bigger brush and soft blending brush. Nice and soft. And dampen that. And then just slide that over all the pretty colors. Just let them start blending. I don't know if you can see it. I love color in water, just greens and browns and blues, and I like it muddy looking sometimes. Not mud, you know, but not really like crystal clear blue. Now I'm just gonna go, I'm using that same green right over the water that I have coming from the top, whatever was on my brush, and just blending it. So I have to do the same with the top, but where it's meeting at the edge, I think is looking better. I don't know if you can see it. Layers, it's all about layers. I don't know. Here's the top. I do like the top. It's coming together pretty cool, but the bottom is still suffering from boredom. So we're gonna keep working on that. Stunning work. That is sweet. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, I'm taking a 5-minute break and I'll be right back. Go do what you need to do. Fabulous. And it's all about painting, I'm sure. After that. Okay, gloves back on. So, you guys know that that's stupid. I like it though. It's catchy. It's that song that says, you know, and the only part I know is because of TikTok, and it says, "My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds," or whatever. When I burn my head with that stupid curling iron, look at that. I was like, instantly my art brain is, your forehead don't sizzle sizzle, it burns. You think by 60 you'd learn. That was special just for you guys. I'll never admit I said that out loud. Seriously, that hurt. I used to do that all the time. Sing it. Right. Anyway, it hurt. I mean, I was like, how long did it take me to figure out it was sitting there? Because I mean, seriously, it did sizzle. It went, it's like that, and I was like, hey. Okay, I'm gonna put some black, really dark, underneath my little piece of land there. And I want to build out a little bit more land. So again, I'm going to use my unicorn spit that's black and the yellow. This is Midnight's Blackness and Lemon Kiss. So I'm going to mix a combination of that together to give me my mossy hobbit green. Thank you, unicorn spit people. And now with my yellow, since I have black, I just put some black down. So now with my yellow, I'm gonna get this little square brush, one of my favorite brushes of all times, and just for everything. And I'm just gonna dip the end in it of that yellow, and I've already got my black, so it's going to start picking up all of that black as I push my end of yellow into it. So just by pushing and tapping, you get the idea of grass, flower, greenery, something, right? And that's just by just dotting it. So fun. So put a dark color down and grab your yellow and get mossy. Can't dance. I wish I could. Oh, we dance anyway. It don't matter if we can or can't. Music. Oh, that's exciting. That's cool. My husband and I took, was it salsa lessons? Something like that. Anyway, so it was so fun. I was not good, and it's funny because, you know, I was in gymnastics for a long time, and competitive gymnastics, and then I coached gymnastics and dance, and I thought, oh, I got this, you know. No. No, he did better than I did. But you know, it was so fun. We'll have to do that again. Just every once in a while, you add something crazy into your life like that. It's fun. What was funny was I didn't want to dance with a grass brush. Well, that's interesting. That's a thought. I didn't want to dance with other people, neither did he. So when we went in, and you know, they always want to change everybody up. He's like, no, pretty much, homie, don't roll like that. So the dance instructor was like, okay, so we got to stay with each other. I know, but still, I was glad because otherwise I was out. I'm out. Okay, got lots of greenery going down there. I want a place for my little guy, my mushroom. A little safe place. Okay, let's go for the blue mushroom. And I'm going to use this blue since I can't find my other. And I just want to put some blue and white down. And then with the smallest of brushes, just kind of start mushing it into the shape of a mushroom. I do want it tiny. I don't want it to be like totally obvious. I want them to be able to find it. So there's that. Hey Mudita, welcome. Oh, you guys are so great to be in here. Thank you for everything. You're the best. Okay, got a little bit of blue, a little bit of white, and a little bit of glow. So since I picked up some glow, I want to pick up my light. I think I'm going to tuck him away right down in here. I'm going for a toothpick. Here somewhere. He's just sitting there all by himself. Now I've got some what is called invisible paint, and it's supposed to glow under a UV light, so it appears white, but I can paint it on top of something that's dry of a different color. And when this dries, you won't see the white, you'll just see whatever that was. Then when the UV light hits it, it's supposed to glow. It doesn't really glow. So I got this in a set, like 5 of them, and only one of them actually really glowed. So I keep opening up trying to figure out which one that is. It just doesn't, I mean, it might have to sit there for a while, but the other ones don't. So I don't want to use that. So I'm just gonna pitch it because it's pretty much worthless right now. It doesn't show up white, or else I would have kept it for white. So here's one. It's supposed to be the same. Let's try it. Yes, I do too, Galaxy. I love them. Such a neat, cool surprise. Okay, I just threw that out. I should have saved it. Let me mix this one up and see if this one does any better. Okay, now check that out. That glows. You can see it. It's kind of a green glow. So, and that is invisible. So I'll use this on my mushroom. I'll have to check out that Alice in Wonderland work. That sounds fabulous. Sounds like it's right up my alley. Kindred spirit. You see it? Little guy in the corner. I'm gonna have to do some work around him to make it not just blend in. I do want it to be a surprise. I want them to find it, not to be obvious, but I don't want them to have to work that hard to find it. So I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do. But you know, that's part of painting, and it's that creating something and running across problems. How do you set something back to make it look like it's way in the distance, or, you know, just making things look more real or more vibrant. And it's all just a puzzle to solve, and it's a journey, and it's beautiful. And that bright green of the glow in the dark, man, that stuff shines through the unicorn spit. That is this. The fabric paint that is those bright neon colors in their UV. I mean, it's glowing through the unicorn spit, so that's cool. Knowing that, I can use that later and to make things look cool. Just dip my paintbrush in a little bit more yellow and ran it across that. Going back up on the side, didn't like the way that whole first section looked, so I'm still just working on this section, trying to get it where I want it, how I want it. Bloom press, never heard of it. Oh goodness. Oh, it's all over at that point. I love it. Look, this is a bloom press. This is the top of a cigar box that I just started working on. That was fun. And these tiny little flowers are a bloom press. So that's kind of cool. Isn't art beautiful? It's just so varied. I want to just see if I give it a water line, with my palette knife. Okay, you get the idea of it being a waterline. I can just keep coming down like that as if the water you can see through to where the rock is actually under the water. That's where I'm going with that. We'll see. I kind of like that whole idea, so I will be going with that. Add in some more, maybe with a fan brush. A little bit more white, just some little tiny ones. No. And just blend it away. If you don't like it with this unicorn spit, it's great. Just add a little wet water, not the dry, on your brush, and it'll just blend right away again. Okay, so this is where I'm going to call it quits for today. I got a little bit more mystical in the top, and we're adding the little guy at the bottom, but we have a lot of work to do on the inside to make it cool. And then there's the outside, and it does glow. Anyway, that's where we're gonna stop. We didn't get very far, but it was fun. And thanks for joining me, you guys. Randall, I appreciate you. Be safe out there in the heat. And you guys check out Paintings by Randall. He goes live and he'll help you on oil painting. And it's fabulous. So check him out. It's good people. I am on twice a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11:45. So, yeah, thank you, though. I appreciate that so much, Alejandras. Sherry, thank you for all the love. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. Love and light to everybody. Bye.